You can call your next witness.
Yes. I call Karla Lopez as a witness, please.
All right, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Karla Lopez, Karla Lopez.
Thank you. And where are you testifying from, ma'am?
Carver, Washington, my home.
Thank you. Do you have any documents in front of you or on your computer screen?
No.
Perfect. Thank you. Mr. Blois, your witness.
Thanks. I have a question for you, Karla. How long have you been a certified interpreter in the state of Washington?
Since 2009.
Okay. And how many years have you been covering Illinois appointments?
Since 2010, from 11 years.
So when it comes to before the implementation of the online interpreting work scheduling system, can you tell me a little bit more about the way you were used to get appointments, hours that you had, generally your working conditions before this implementation?
Well, in the beginning, I worked with for another agency, for a small agency. And after that, I was able to create some network with providers and individuals that would recommend me. And I was able to obtain appointments through referrals like that.
On average, like how many hours do you used to have, and were those enough for you to sustain yourself?
They were enough, an average of 20 hours. I could work more if I wanted to. The work was available.
So I'm gonna ask you, have you signed up with Interpreting Works to receive appointments online?
Yes, I have.
As compared to before, you said you were usually getting 20 hours, and if you wanted, you could get more. What's the average amount of hours that you can secure as opposed to before with this new implementation?
It's very unpredictable. It varies a lot. I would say sometimes I can work 5 hours in a week, or I can work 10. It's just very variable. It's very unpredictable too.
Okay.
So less than what I used to work when I was self-employed or independent.
Okay. How is the consistency of the compensation? How often are you getting paid, or do you have any unpaid invoices since the beginning?
In the beginning, I did have invoices that were outstanding for over 2 months, and I'm getting paid bi-weekly. Some of the appointments are older than, the last couple of weeks. So it varies also. It's not something that we know exactly how much we're going to get paid for until we get the invoices and we know what we got paid for.
Thanks. So one last question here for you today. What other issues do you have that you didn't have to deal with before this implementation, issues that you have now with the implementation or after the implementation of the online scheduling system?
Well, one of the things that I had the ability to do before, I had the ability to create my own schedule. With one of the issues that I have right now is that I'm not able to predict, or schedule my family or my own plans due to the fact that I take the appointments as they come in. So I find myself having to reschedule a lot. It's very difficult because I get bookings that are canceled within 10 minutes before the assignment. I have arrived at places where at the time that I arrived, they notify me that no, the appointment's not booked, and they didn't take it down from the scheduling system. It's just very difficult that I feel like I'm slave to my phone, and that interferes a lot with my personal life too, because I'm not able to have a set problems that I didn't have before, where I would be able to manage my own schedule.
No more questions. Thank you, Karla.
Mr. Young,
may I say something?
I think Mr. Bliss is done with his question.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I have no questions.
All right. Ms. Wolf?
No questions.
All right. There's no further questions. You're excused, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.